Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Mic check. Yeah. Yeah. There
There
he
we
is.
go.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Flint Town in the building, boy. What's
Right.
happening, my brother?
What's going on, good brother?
How you doing? Let me turn you down
I'm
just a
all
little
right.
bit.
Liking that Tigers hat.
You know, I gotta represent. I gotta show love to Detroit, man. Them niggas always took care of me. So I'm interviewing a Michigan legend. You know, I want to make sure I got you right, brother. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? How things going for you?
Things going good, man. No complaints here.
Things going good. J Mac, man, this is the wonderful John McKinney, a good friend of mine. I had this great bio laid out, and he was like, "Nigga, I'm from Flint, man. Relax, bro." You know what I mean? But I do want to say this, man. Like, this is probably one of the most genuine men I met in AAU, right? Let's not talk about his son's achievement yet, right? I want to talk about the fabric of you, how real you are to a lot of people, a lot of things you do off the radar, calls you make, connections you make. That's why I appreciate you. That's why I'm honored to have you on. Of course, Trey is just the carrot on the cake, but as men, I really appreciate you as a fellow Midwesterner and a fellow 219er. You know what I mean? We're
Yeah.
gonna get into that, but I just want to welcome you to the show, man. Tell you I'm honored to come in here and kick it with me for a minute, brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I'm happy to be here, man. I really am. Really happy to be here. How's things going in Indy?
Things are great, man. I'm back in coaching. You know what I'm saying? I'm at a high
Mhm.
school. I'm training. So I'm working out a lot of kids, a lot of college kids I got in the gym. AJ back in the gym. He had a little health scare. So he back in the gym. We thought maybe he might have to have heart surgery. He had a thing going on for a couple of years. I kept private. So God delivered us from that. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I'm just working with him. I got like 4 or 5 college kids. A couple of my JUCOs got committed. I'm just in the gym grinding. I'm also doing some high school too. So I'm good to be back in the mix.
Man, that's a good thing, man. Strong black men like you are needed.
So I want to ask you, J Mac, right? And we got into it last night, but where does the McKinney legacy start in your eyes?
Good question. For me, the legacy starts with my pops.
Mm-hmm.
He John Sr. So I mean, I think as a strong black father, he taught me how to basically figure it out and provide for your family and protect your family at all costs, which inevitably went to me. And now I'm teaching those same things to my 19-year-old son. So for me, that legacy starts with watching me as a child, watching my father's endless work ethic, I would say, and the
Yeah.
fact of where I grew up, everybody had their black mom and their black dad in the house. That's all we knew in our neighborhood was black excellence. Two working parents with two good jobs, 2, 3 cars in the driveway, needs and wants being taken care of. But then you go to all your friends' house and you see the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then it's like once you leave your neighborhood and you go to like the inner city, it's like no one had their pops. So then it's like you kind of realize how privileged you were.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's real. That's real. So who came up? Who came up from down south? Was it Pops or Grandpa?
Um, my dad came to Flint at 14. My dad come from a family of 12. He was the oldest son, but he was number 7. It was 6 girls before him. So
Wow.
one of his sisters that was like 7 years older got hired at GM, got married, and she sent for him because he could hoop. He was talented. So he came to Flint as a 14-year-old ninth grader, never drinking from the same fountain as a white person, never went to school with white people until he came to Michigan. Because where he's from in Columbia, South Carolina, black people had their own water fountains and their own bathrooms, and so did white people. So for him, it was a culture shock, you know. And my mom, she started in Mississippi. She went to Mississippi at 2. She was born in LA. But then my grandfather was educated, so they ended up moving down to Mississippi because they had acres. They had like 30 acres or whatever, had a slaughterhouse, all that. And he was a carpenter and teacher by trade. So one of his brothers moved to Chicago and told him, "Hey, you probably want to come up here. You probably can get a real good job, white collar type job in the steel mills." And he came here and he got hired straight in the steel mill. And my mom also come from 12. She's 10 to 12.
Mm-hmm.
And she went, like I said, she went there, and then her and her best friends went to I want to say Field Elementary, I want to say, and then from there went to Washington.
Mm. Oh, East Chicago, 219 in the building.
Yep. East Chicago was my second home growing up.
Yeah, EC, y'all got y'all one, baby.
Yep.
You got y'all one. Yeah, that's good, man. That's good.
Yeah.
So,
Trey
so
played
mom.
his Trey played a game against Cathedral his senior year in Hammond.
Wow, that's dope. So family was
Yep.
able to come out.
Yep.
Yeah,
All my
nah.
mom's friends from high school and stuff like that all came out to show support.
So when did as you growing up in Flint, right? When did the change happen? As far as like auto, do you remember? Because I know me being from Gary, I can specifically remember how vibrant it was before they closed all the plants and sent them to China. Because I was born in the 70s, I can remember. But do you remember when the transition from Flint? Because one time Flint, you could get a grade straight out of high school and buy a house in a year. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
so
saying?
it's funny you say that. My dad was 19 when he bought his first house. My dad worked for the city. He graduated in 73, and 2 weeks later got hired in the city of Flint as a garbage man. A year later, he bought his first crib. Um, my mom graduated literally and came on a bus the next day to Flint and got hired in the shop a week later. Um, So I say all that to say, like, they was getting to it, so to speak. I
Yeah.
remember in the night, I think I was telling you yesterday, the day before. I remember at 87, 88, people getting paid $30, 50 cents an hour just to turn a screw.
Remember you told me? Yeah, you told
Yeah.
me. Yeah, you told me. You
And
told me.
they would strike every year. Like,
Yeah.
and I think that's what killed it. They started striking every year because of not enough AC. It's not enough percentage of AC in the building and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And one thing after another, they started taking shops out. Like I remember
Yeah.
people from living all over Michigan. We had a place called Buick City that was in the heart of the hood on the north end. It was 5 miles. It was the biggest shop ever in the United States.
No
And
shit.
like I said, people from all over worked at Buick City. Cause they made Buicks, all Buicks was made in Flint, in the heart of Flint, which is now Crack Alley. But it was, like I said, every Buick ever built up to like 2000, maybe 2004 was built on this street called Industrial Street.
Wow.
And all the Chevrolets were built like from where I live, like maybe a half a mile away from me. It's called a place called Chevy in the Hole. Like at one
Hmm.
time, it was like 20 shops in Flint proper, not suburban Flint, not rural Flint, in city limits. So at one time, like people tell you who really know politics, especially back from like the Reagan era, the big three saved America in Reagan's first term.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, I say that to say before the economic collapse in 2007, we had a county next to us. The county next to us to the south was the second richest area in the United States. Um, you probably hear people talking about Oakland County. That
Yeah.
yeah,
That's where the
that
university is, right?
no, it's in Washtenaw, which butts up to it.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, it butts up to it. It's in a place called Washtenaw County, which is right next to it. It's like Ann Arbor, Ypsilanti. That's where Eastern Michigan is at.
Hmm.
Ypsilanti is where Imani Base is from.
Okay. Yeah, I've been up to
Yeah,
Ypsi. I've been to the
yeah,
base
okay,
facility.
yep,
So
yep.
so
So
Flint, so Flint kind of survived the 80s then, basically. Like they
yep,
kind
yep,
of made it through the 80s.
yep.
They
We
kind
made
of
it through the '80s. We made
okay.
it through the '90s, and then they started moving people to like Atlanta, where they put plants. Bowling Green, Kentucky, where they built the Corvette now. Nashville, Tennessee. That's where they build some of like the electric vehicles. Dallas, Henderson, Nevada, and I'm missing one other place. But yeah, it started spread Jacksonville, Florida.
Mm,
Yep. They started spreading out to them places. Now a lot of them places have much weaker unions, and it allows the white collar workers to kind of bully the blue collar workers. But still
Yeah.
here in Flint, Pontiac, and Detroit, and Warren, that dog ain't hunting. Like it's kind of ran like old school mob mentality.
Oh, no shit. Okay. Okay. So they still getting like the one thing I always knew from my dads and my uncles was like, you want to see a real union, you fuck with Detroit. I don't care if it's them Teamsters, them Carpenters. Ain't nothing moving in Detroit unless them union niggas get a piece.
Yep.
Hey,
Specifically East Side Detroiters.
hey, 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 I watch folks. Hey, but the unions was like they had black folks in a position that, and like people from the South couldn't dream of coming up here making no $30. Niggas in the South was making $30 in a week. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't trying to be, but you know what I'm saying? You coming up here at 68, 70,
Yeah.
and your check 1,900.
Yeah.
Nigga, you can send down south 200 and they'll be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, them Hispanics was coming here eating greasy.
Hey,
yeah. In little places like Hamtramck and Flint and stuff like
yeah,
that, them
yeah.
Hispanics eating greasy, they was feeding whole families. Dead
No
ass.
shit. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Damn. So in the 2000s, is that when they closed Buick City?
Yes. Like around 2000, 2001. Yeah.
So what high school did you attend in Flint, big dog?
I went to Flint Hamady, which
Okay.
was like half mile right outside the limit. So basically it's like a mile, not even a mile, like 3/4 of a mile from Flint Northwestern, which a lot of people probably remember from Glenn Rice and Jeff Greer and Calvin Tolbert, et cetera, et cetera. Like I said, back in them days, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, for its size, Flint used to pump out as many athletes as a place like Oakland, California.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Like people talk about the rise of basketball in places like Dallas, Houston, and Atlanta. If you talk to most of them kids, their grandparents, their parents are from Flint and Detroit.
No shit.
Yep. Because of the shops moving.
Oh, so a lot of them went back down south.
Yeah.
That's a great point. Yeah. So a lot of that Dallas pipeline that down there is from the Michigan people moving down there. That hoop culture. One of my favorite was Antoine Jobert from Flint. Well, he was from Detroit.
He was from Detroit.
Okay. Yeah, that was one of my. Was Gary Grant? Gary Grant was from Flint, right?
Nope. Glenn Rice was.
Okay, Glenn Rice. Okay, that was kind of my first. I'm a '73 baby, so I remember more like I was big. Joe Bear, Antoine, Gary Grant, Tarpley. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when I first really started paying attention to the game. Then when Glenn Rice, Sean Higgins. Let's talk about some of the Flint hoopers in the '80s. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna put you on game. So in high school, these guys was on the same team. Andre Rison, he was all state in baseball, basketball, football. You had Mark Ingram Sr., who also played. That's Mark Ingram, the running back's dad.
Okay, the one that went to Alabama.
Yep. He's from Flint too. You had Jeff Greer, who played on the '84 Olympic team. He played 15 years in the league. You had Anthony Pendleton, which was like a star at US Southern Cal. Then, like I said, you go over across town and you probably remember this name, Terrence Green, T. Green, who played at DePaul.
Yeah, DePaul. Yeah, T. Green. Hell yeah. He played with Comma G's. Hey, you get me excited like a kid. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that's one of my big roles.
T. Green. Was he there with Strickland? He might have been there a little.
Yes. So Strickland, T. Green is Strickland's daughter's godfather and vice versa. T. Jr. is Strickland, his godfather. They're best friends.
Wow. Yeah. Strong, two guard, bucket. Yeah. You got me reminiscing my college days, my young days. So that's the older generation. That's the first set. What class or what years are we talking about now?
But we're talking 84, 85, 86.
Okay. Who was second generation?
Second generation, I'm probably going to say second generation tough. I'm probably going to say that's probably my generation which is the Charlie Bells, the Mateen Cleaveses, Morris Peterson.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm.
I know him from some names. Jarvis Mitchell, who played at Fairleigh Dixon, but now is a big time AAU coach on the girls' side. You had dudes back then that were going JUCO that would be D1 in any other city because that's just how deep the talent was.
Mm. Yeah.
Um, and then you had the generation after that, which was the Calvin Torbers, the Desmond Farmers, the Anthony Robersons.
Jesus Christ. I didn't know Anthony Robertson was from Flint.
They from Saginaw. They 20 minutes
Sagnasty.
away.
Okay, Sagnasty.
Yeah,
Okay.
they was the same conference.
Yeah.
Same conference. So you had Flint, Pontiac, and Saginaw all in the same conference.
Okay. That's some good
Yes.
hoop, brother.
Yeah, it was some good hoops. So the league here called the Saginaw Valley was like one of the 10 best conferences in the country. Then you had the PSL, which was all the Detroit public schools, and they was tough. So yeah, like I said, for a city in size, like we had guys that were average here that would leave and go other places and be the guy.
No shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you.
It's funny you say that. It's funny I was talking about this because I always tease my other Indy guys. I always say the best talent in Indiana, far as hoop, is the 46 miles between Michigan and Illinois.
Yeah.
And I say even the white boys in Valpo and Chesterton and all
Yeah.
them, they don't play like everyday white boys.
Yeah. Like, the talent and the coaching is better. Like, we know how to coach in Northwest Indiana a little better. Like, the best black coaches in the history of Indiana, or even white too, like come from pretty much Northwest Indiana. I don't care if we talking about Pop, you know what I'm saying? Like that's Northwest Indiana. Black coaches just been, I mean, I ain't trying to be funny. I know people gonna take it that way, but niggas just been more in charge than Gary. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, you know what I mean? Like, you just got niggas running shit, like, since the 50s. So, like, niggas ain't, we really are coaches. So that's generations of coaches' legacy passing down. Like, I learned from guys like Ron Heflin, Roosevelt. Like, he coached Big Dog. Like, I'm watching, I studied guys like that growing up. You know what I mean? Marvin Ray, like, all the OG Gary coaches that I learned from, Doc, all those, I watched them. And that's how I got my shit. So I want to ask you, while we talking about coaches, give me a couple of guys who was known, like, who was running those, like, maybe high schools, or like, who was the coach to say, okay, if you send your kid here and he got it, he'll be all right?
Tony Holiday.
Okay. Shout out Tony Holiday.
That was Matisse and Antonio Smith's and Robert Smith's high school coach. He took care of a lot of guys, got a lot of guys D1. Also was a white guy at Flint Central named Coach Gooch. Like, he always just took care of guys over at Central. Because, like, in my day, we had four big high schools. You had some schools was 2,000, some was 1,500. And we also had another one who coached a lot of NBA guys, Grover Kirkland. That was Risen, Rice, Torbert, high school coach. He no longer amongst us, but he was a guy who always looked out. And he was always in the building.
So who are some of the coaches that carried that legacy?
I would probably say this, as far as carrying the legacy, a lot of the players have always came and gave back to the next generation. Like, it's nothing to see a guy like Calvin Torbert putting his arm around my son and telling him the things that he went through, the do's and the don'ts and the things to look out for.
Yeah.
It's nothing to see a Glenn calling a Trey or Calvin Torbert's son that's at Bowling Green out as a freshman and saying, hey, watch out for these pitfalls. Or, hey, when I come home, we getting in the gym.
Yeah.
Like, it's always that. It's nothing for a Morris Peterson to say, hey, John, let's go to dinner. You bring your son with you, and I want to talk to you about my 15 years in the NBA and the pitfalls that I made and the mistakes that I made that you got to avoid.
Yeah.
So that's always, it's nothing to see Miles Bridges have a camp and say, hey, you know what, Trey, I'm naming my MVP after you because it's your time.
That's hard. A nigga in Indiana wouldn't do that shit if you put his wisdom tooth. What? Hey, this shit, nigga, this shit would be the Otis Bird song, Larry Bird MVP till 2026, nigga. These niggas is not giving that shit up, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that's the difference. Like, Michigan, y'all reach down for the next generation. It don't matter. As long as he from the soil, y'all embracing him. That's the difference.
I even can go for Detroit. Rashad Phillips has always guided Cheeks. Have ever since he was a baby. You know, he always made sure he was good. He always took care of him. His daddy and him and his dad go back, Sandlot.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like around here, it's always the next generation is always looking out. The previous generation is always looking out for the next generation.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, like, a lot of niggas ain't gonna understand that, but like, that's how, like, Northwest Indiana is more Michigan and Illinois than it is Indiana. Like, a dude from Gary is gonna relate more to somebody from Detroit or Chicago than he will from somebody else from the West of Indiana. Because we just gonna see each other. We gonna see the game the same. Damn.
Yeah. But you know what? That's why I've always had respect for the Teague family. Because every time I see Pops, he always say, man, y'all Flint, Detroit, Saginaw guys different. Y'all really true to y'all own, y'all true to y'all soil. He was just like, you don't find that a lot no more when you especially in the basketball community.
Yeah, but he got the power to change it. What the hell he telling you for? Hey, what the fuck That's like me robbing banks. Like, hey, Pastor boy, you sure doing good in this church. Hey, the fuck? I love the way you niggas stay together. I mean, you go ahead and get on some bullshit. Shit. Well, look, back to Michigan, man. Listen. Shout out Yoda. I don't want to bypass Yoda. Rashad Phillips, Yoda is my nigga, bro. That nigga been that nigga been fucking with me, bro, just on some cool shit for about 3 years. They ain't even have to. Like, this one, he was on Fox telling niggas to draft Trey Young, and he was still like, hey, yo, what's up, man? I see what you doing. Like, so, like, Yoda is a nigga who anywhere, he could get anything. That nigga call me, nigga, on some shit and be like, hey, can you pick me up from the airport? And I'll go get him. That's how much respect I got for him. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the moves he made in the game. So shout out Yoda. Shout out Detroit. Like, I fuck with Detroit. Like, Detroit is my kind of city because it really ain't no in between. Michigan is my kind of place. Like, you got a reason to be here. You gonna respect niggas. And if you respect niggas, you good. I don't care how violent the area is. If you respect niggas, you good. That's what I like about Michigan.
Yeah.
Nah, that's good. That's good. As growing up, I want to ask you, when you had Trey, right? Did you already have like, okay, this is my plan, this is the route we're gonna go, or did you just kind of freestyle it with all sports and let him just kind of fall into it?
So this was me. His mom is 5'10", 5'11". My pop 6'7", her dad 6'3". I know he gonna be tall. I know I was gonna have tall kids. So I said, you know what? My rule has always been, even for my daughters, you go do something. You should not about to sit up under. So I said, you gonna be tall. So the first thing we need to do is some soccer.
Yeah.
Learn how to use your brain. Yep. So we did soccer, and then he was really good at it. And then literally, he was like 6 playing 10 youth. And all of a sudden, we put that ball in his hand, and it was just like, fuck everything else.
Yeah.
That was him. And I kept trying to point him to football and different things. He'd be like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
That's good.
I never had to tell him one time ever, hey, you need to get in the gym. Never. I hear parents all the time like, John, what's the secret sauce for my kid getting good? I said, they got to want it for themselves. You can't live through them. Yeah, they got to want it. If they don't want it, you got to back off until they want it. Maybe they never want it.
And like, they can't have the heart you want them to have.
Yeah.
Even if you making them want it and they don't want it because of you, when they get on the
Mhm.
court and I look in their eyes and I can see, oh, this nigga don't want to be out here. He ain't guard no yard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't make a motherfucker beat. And you just got to let the process play out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Soccer is always my go-to. I'm glad you gave up the jewels. I don't mind.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
yeah, like soccer. I always tell my friends, I don't care what you're gonna do with your kid. I don't care if you're gonna be a pianist. Put him in soccer for 2 years
Mhm.
till the Mexicans take over. You know what I mean? Let him play for
Mhm.
like 3 to 7. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then that way, that's why JJ feet have always been outstanding because of soccer. Like you just
Yep.
side to
I tell
side
people they
running.
look at me, sideways. I said he was 7 years old and had a size 8 men's shoe. They like, but he always was coordinated. What'd you do? I said he played soccer and then he jumped rope.
Soccer feet, baby. Soccer
Yep.
feet. I looked at Trey feet. I think I seen you. He might have been a freshman. And we chopped it
Mhm.
up I think it was one of them Westfield field houses. We
Yep.
chopped it up and I watched his
Mhm.
feet then. And I was like,
Mhm.
yeah, he got feet, man. He gonna be good. Like the first thing I look at is a player's feet and his eyes. Because if you got
Yep.
heavy feet, nigga, I don't care how good you is, bro. We putting you on the turnstile. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I saw his feet, like people,
Mhm.
and this is how people don't know who. People might say, okay, well, he got to hit the weight room. Man, listen, I know niggas skinnier than olive oil, but if they feet bad, it don't matter. Like,
Yeah.
nigga, the school is gonna get him right. If he putting it in a bucket and his feet is good, that's a bucket, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I always tell people this: two sports translate to everything: soccer and track.
I agree.
And
I agree.
the thing is with soccer allows you to not play from it allows you to play from angles. Hoopers can play from baseline, the top of the key. Soccer guys see it and they see any angle, they can do anything anywhere
Great point.
because of
Great
their
point.
feet.
Great point. Great point. That's a great point. Hey, but that Flint education, all right, boy. Y'all shit not almost like Gary. Hey, that shit. Hey, you better be glad they ain't let you go to school at EC, boy. You let that fuck up. I'm sorry, Chicago. Y'all know how we get out. I'm sorry. But no, man, that's real. That soccer, bro, is because what happens with soccer is like you get used to running.
Mhm.
Right? You take a kid, bro, you just been letting this nigga be on his iPad, kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Eating
Mhm.
Takis, you chilling, you in the club, then you like 7. I want to sign Tay up for something. That nigga can't run 100 yards. It's over.
I'll be talking about that. I'll be trying to school. I'll be trying to. When moms come to me talking to me about their kids, I say, "Are you gonna let them play? Or are you gonna be sitting there whining? You gonna let him go
Yeah,
through the
yeah,
you gonna let him? So you gonna let a man be hard on
yeah.
him?"
hmm
I said, "Cause if
Like I
you ain't,
always,
this ain't the place."
yeah, 'cause I tell people like, listen, hey, listen, like if you want to play for me, either you gonna be good or you gonna quit. Like I ain't
Mhm.
really know, you know what I'm saying? Like if you don't want your kid, because to get to where you need to be, you damn near gotta punish yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't willing to punish yourself to be better, because you're not gonna embarrass me, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't want to get good enough to punish yourself, then you ain't go play for them niggas that go to parties all the time. Cause I'm all I do is coach basketball, date my wife, and pod. Like I don't like you had and a lot of with coaches too, Mac. That's what I love about. Like I got a couple of guys in Detroit right now I could go get some work from because it's always 15, 20 niggas in that area that's in the gym.
Mhm.
24/7 because they trying to get the
Mhm.
next one. Like y'all already
Right.
thinking, okay, like who are 28s? Who are middle? They was telling me about A-Cuff in 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
Acuff and Trey started hooping against each other at 7 years old.
that's big.
Like,
That's
so
big.
when I tell people the story, I said they never was friends until they played together
Yeah, yeah,
because they was used to competing.
yeah,
They
yeah.
both was type like, if you don't play with me, I don't fuck with you. Like, so
Yeah.
you know, and so it was crazy, like how they ended up playing with each other. Like, Trey was at Mean Streets having the time of his life, and basically was one of them calls like, look, it's time that we put the two best kids in the state together. Yeah, they're young, and let them go play up.
Mm,
I told
yeah.
Trey, I said, look, I love going to Chicago. That's my favorite city in America. But to come home and be a hero, I said, dude, you'll look back 10 years from now, they still gonna be talking about you.
Yeah, yeah. And another
And
advantage y'all got, bro. I ain't mean to cut you. I'm sorry, but I just won't forget. The biggest advantage y'all got too is, I mean, let's be real. Y'all like y'all Nike programs in an urban fucking area, bro. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like
mhm,
it's ran by black folks. You know what I'm saying? So
mhm,
they got the interests of black kids at heart. Now, if you
yeah,
white and you can play, it ain't like we finna segregate you. But
yeah,
nigga, we just not finna let you on here for DEI either. You know what I'm saying? Like y- y'all make y'all kids earn it. Like I ain't looked at a kid that I can recall, not at the level. Now I done seen some small single 2A shit, but I'm talking about
mhm,
elite AAU, elite high school. I can't remember a lot of times I seen a kid on the floor in the Detroit, Michigan, Flint area that didn't earn it. That's the difference.
yeah,
I can watch 10 basketball games in Indiana every Friday night, and I can show you 2 to 4 kids that probably shouldn't be out there and why they out there. That's the difference. So I study things like that, and that's why I always have the reverence. So that last year y'all played with the family,
yeah. The
that was
last year
nice.
and a half, we played the first 2 sets of B Streets, and then the Nike rules. You can always switch after the second session. If not, then you stuck. So
Yeah,
after the second session, Trey was just like, "I'm coming home," and we didn't
good.
tell nobody. Only guys who knew were the high ups at Nike.
Okay, good.
And the Muds walked in. I'll never forget. They walked into Dallas. They played Christian Anderson, and them. They played for one of the Atlanta Skill Factory. And when I tell you, literally in 5 minutes they was practicing together. It was before the game even started. That place was packed.
No shit. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm so happy for A Cuff too, man. Like, I hated the little shit came out. Motherfuckers trying to knock his draft stock. Like,
Mhm.
I fuck with that family, man. You know what I mean? Like, I root. You see the type of dad you'll root for, even without
Yep.
knowing him. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yep.
see his dad, see the mom. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like we need to see some American kids win. Like, I always root for Black American kids, especially if they're from the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to get more kids through there. So that last year, he hooping, he playing well. How did you and Trey like? Who were your top three? Narrowing it down when it came to
And
colleges.
you talking about fires for picking for schools?
Yeah, for picking for
Oh,
schools
oh
for
yeah. So it
recruiting.
was Southern Cal because was recruiting Trey from 8th grade.
Okay.
Eric Musselman. And Georgetown. Ed Cooley, strong black man. And then his associate coach was from Lansing. That's where Michigan State is at. So that's like 45 minutes from me. He played. You might remember LaDontae Hinton played at Providence.
I remember him.
Left. Yeah. So he from this way. And
He nice. He was nice.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
know he's from Michigan. I didn't know that.
yep, yep.
Mm.
So I thought honestly that's where he was gonna go. Because Trey's mom, she a Howard grad. You know how them HBCU folks be. They be crazy rabid about their school.
Yeah.
And it was Michigan.
That's good.
And here, up till Glenn was the last guy from Flint to go to Michigan. And I was 40 years, to then. So a lot of people in our city and area was shocked because no one had ever in recent time ever turned down Tom Izzo here in Flint.
Mm.
But for me, it was like when you know better, you do better.
Yeah.
And for me, I just don't like the way he talked to his players. Like father to father, I can't. You're not about to sit there and be cussing my kid out on national TV. That's what you're not going to be
Mm.
doing. And I mean, you ain't got to kiss his ass, but at the same time, I mean, it's just certain things you just don't do.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and I just like I said again, I just couldn't. Like I said, I thought he was going to go to Georgetown. When he told me like at the last minute he was going to Michigan, I was happy, but I never pushed it because Juwan was on him early. Juwan offered him Christmas Day freshman year.
Oh, that's wild.
Uh, yeah, and he was the first early offer from Michigan in some years, like since like Webb.
Mm.
So
That's
I was, it
shit.
was
That's when I was in high school.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Yeah.
So because they always offer guys late junior year going into senior year.
Yeah.
Beeline was always a stickler for that. So Juwan was just like, I want to change it and I want to offer somebody in state. So From there,
Yeah.
that was a big moment for both families. All the grandparents were happy and emotional.
Yeah.
And slowly thereafter, probably 3 months later, I think Michigan State offered. But by then, Ohio State, Indiana, Illinois, LSU, Texas, a lot of them done already offered.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of late to the party, and we right here in your backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Now, if they would have gave you that first O, I mean, you still told me your reasons. You don't have to rehash that. But if they would have gave you maybe the first or the second, like offer 1B, would that
He was the
even have
third. He,
changed?
he was the third. He was the third offer in that class from the university, but he was the first by Izzo personally. That makes sense. You know how assistant coach,
Yeah.
you do
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
assistant
Yeah. Yeah.
coaches offer, and then the
Yeah.
head
Oh
coach
yeah.
offer. So he
Yeah.
was the
Yeah.
first one that Izzo offered in that class, but the third one in general.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it
Yeah.
was like this. It wasn't my decision. I told them initially, look, I'm not a fan of y'all university, but it's not me playing, it's my son playing. So I'm willing to put my personal grievances to the side because I want my son to make the best decision for him.
Hmm.
And I allowed him, like I said, go through the process. And then near the end, I just started saying, hey, you can do what you want, but I'm not a fan of it. But at the end of the day, it's your decision.
Yeah. 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 And he kind of ruled him out kind of quickly anyway.
Yeah, well, he ruled him. Oh, no, they made it to like the final four.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. But I just see his game more free flowing,
Mhm,
that pace of Michigan, you know what I mean, allows him to get loose as a friend. And
mhm.
before I'm gonna transition to the college, but I want to ask you, this is important. Can you, and we ain't gonna say nobody negative, it's still college kid, but can you talk about maybe a few of the good guys that you ran into on the recruiting trail, some assistants, so that way they can kind of get some love, you know what I mean? Like
Oh, yeah. Oh, of
some of the
course.
good guys.
B. Walsh, he used to be at Indiana. Now he at Ohio State.
What's
Brian
his name?
Walsh.
Ryan
Brian
Walsh.
Walsh.
Brian
Yep.
Walsh. Okay. Shout
Yep.
out Brian Walsh.
Yep. John Diebler, which is now the Ohio State coach. He was the assistant when Trey's recruitment started. But then
Okay.
Trey's junior year, he took the head coaching job, and then the head coach from there went to DePaul. Yep. So John Diebler was a good one. TK Thomas Kelly at Michigan State was a cool one. Um, LaDontae Hinton at Georgetown, forever my guy. Um, Will Conroy at Southern Cal. Big up, Conroy. His son, ESPN 25 as a freshman, doing big things. Um, and there's, like I said, there's some others that I still stay in contact with. Um, Tim Anderson. He's no longer at Illinois. He was Trey's recruiter at Illinois. Real good dude. Dennis Gates, the head coach at Missouri, great guy.
Dennis Gates
Great.
at
I mean,
Mizzou. I like Dennis
yep.
Gates too. That's the brother down there in
Yeah.
Mizzou. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
It, his wife and Trey's mom graduated from Howard together and was friends.
oh, that's good. That's good. That's
Yep.
good. That's good. I root for him too, man. I met him. I think he had just got the job. I don't know where he came. I can't remember where he came from,
He came
but
from Cleveland State.
Cleveland State, exactly. And I saw him at an event. I was talking to somebody, and he came out his way, introduced. He was just like, he ain't had, like, you know, most coaches, he just dude talking, you know what I mean? And I was talking to somebody new, he spoke, he introduced himself, asked me how my day was going. Little things like that show you the character of these coaches when they don't need nothing from you. Now, I know you're a risk taker, big dog. Is it anybody that they need to stay away from, or you kind of want to leave it alone? You good? Journey is different. Mhm. Good point. Good point. Good point. Good point. Now, you get to Michigan, you commit to that's Dusty May, right? You commit to Dusty. What sold Trey on Dusty? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Was it a shock that he left? Well, you kind of already knew, but was it a shock? It was a shock. Okay. No shit. No shit. So he didn't know yet when you saw it? Trey didn't know?
and like 10:35, he said he goes to his phone. He missed like 30 calls and had like 6.
Mm. Right. For real, real shit. Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, real shit, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right, right. No, that's good. That's good. What you think about the trajectory of the two guys from Michigan that got to the league? Yaxel and what's the other one that went to Dallas? Excuse me. Yeah, yeah, full of them, yeah. Big Otis Thorpe type niggas. Yeah, 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 yeah. Even guys who were underrated, like some of my like a Brian Grant in Portland would dominate today. Just big, physical, strong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they don't make the Otis Thorpe type Kevin Willis niggas no more. That nigga said, I got little arms. I'm finna curl every day of my life. And they was long as shit. Nah, man, that's good. So what about Yaks, man? How you think Yaks gonna be out there, man? I like that. I like that. I like McKee was nice. Yeah, that's the Alabama. Yeah, Alabama bully. I like hell yeah. Mhm. Long 6'9". Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. 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 And the spacing, Curry, the spacing, getting to play with Curry. Yeah, yeah. I think Yaks is, and I think a lot of people need to calm down. Him and Draymond, that's just Michigan business, man. They're gonna be all right, man. That's me. Yeah, they troll each other. Exactly. Yeah, man. You think I'm telling these? I'm like, man, Draymond, that's his little brother. Like that's he ain't. eh. They don't understand. Now I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be good. So upcoming this year, how does obviously congratulations on the national championship, but how does Trey's role change this year coming back with that experience as a freshman? Yeah. Yeah. Like some of the stuff he's able to get off in some of them pro runs, he couldn't really get that off last year because of the FGAs. and his role as a freshman. You know what I'm saying? But I think this year people see the bag. You know, you see that you going because he scores effortlessly. He just wasn't taking a lot of shots. You know what I'm saying? Um, now I agree with you, man. I think it's gonna be a big year. Who is he competing with for Conference Player of the Year in the Big Ten? Okay, okay, just them two basically. You think? Look it up. Yeah. So probably them three. Yeah, yeah. He gonna be all right. So, but now I like Trey too. So I'm definitely. We're gonna see how the year go. Is he out of here after this year? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think he should go like that sophomore year, and then he's still young. Trey's only what 18, 19? Yeah, yeah, yeah. He get right in there. He get right, and it's gonna be a good lottery year. So all the good organizations gonna be in the lottery. So it's a great, great, great lottery year. You know what I'm saying? So nah, this on the tanking. Yeah, yeah, because they basically changed your odds from getting a you can't just tank your way into getting like more odds or something, right? How did they change that rule? Yeah, the old Patrick Ewing shit. Yeah, cold envelope shit. Yeah. Um. Yeah. 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 Exactly. They funnel the foreign kids to certain organizations. OKC. You know what I'm saying? Like if they think of a foreign, most of them like San Antonio, like Wemby was a star, man. You know San Antonio. That's where they was gonna put him at. You know what I mean? Like yeah, it just happens like that. But I think at the end of the day, I want to ask you something, man. And this is very important. It's a conversation going on the internet. Do you think there has been a decline in American basketball? Yeah, 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 yeah. And just for the record, you can say what you want to on here, John. So that, yeah, yeah, like it. Yeah, 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 yeah. I agree. I agree. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. Exactly. And with Michigan is easy because y'all kind of know each other. The system is set up, and it's easier to kind of keep weirdos away from them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. It's very easy to. I think I would like to add to that. I totally place the blame on adults, but we also don't have. Once the money came in and the popularity and the cameras came in and the dopamine from being involved or standing next to a nigga you just met 2 weeks ago calling him big little bro, Like, I think that's what kind of, because we have no standard set of regulations. Like, it shouldn't be like, this is the process in Michigan. They take care of their kids. But then in Indiana, the EYBL team get to pick and choose. And then this high school coach get to, that we need a regulated system, right? What are the trials? What's the criteria? What's the rules? Like, who's governing amateur basketball? You know what I mean? Because it's ran by, you know, relationships, obviously, right? But it's also ran by. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah. 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 Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I can tell you some EYBL directors that was down there running red lights, 500, 600, trying to thinking they attached to a fucking, a nigga that's gonna get drafted. He don't even get drafted. Like, a lot of these niggas is sexual deviants too. That's a lot of shit people be scared to talk about. But man, come on, bro. These niggas is horn dogs, untrained horn dogs, and so a lot of them get in a position to be like, hey, well, you let me come through there. I'll make sure little Timmy get in there and start. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we need clear, we need a moral compass around basketball. That's all I'm saying. Like, you can do it. Michigan people can do what you want, but it's no way that the family should be ran this way, and then Indy Heat should be ran this way, and then all Ohio Red ran this way, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of like, if Indiana had the same structure in place, well, it would never have, because we don't have the same quality of niggas. So that's what I'm saying. Well, and that's the problem in Indy, right? Like, so, like, with me, right? If they can't control me, right? So I had a team 8th grade, right? Never walk alone. My entire, and that's why they started really hating me. I had an entire roster. Everybody was 6 foot tall. Like, in Indiana, that's never happened. You know what I mean? Like, my son was already 6 foot. He out on the ball, so where I need a nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was really doing it. And so instead of like stopping me, then they would just, like, I would take players that was on the C or D team of a circuit team, and they would get to me, and then they would start doing 360s and shit and hitting 25 points. And then the circuit team would sweet talk them back and then put them right back on the C team. But now you stuck. And so now you pulling the rug off me. I ain't got enough ammo to go independent because you keep taking my players. That's what they do in Indiana. Or, like me, I can coach good, man. Like, it's probably only 4 or 5 niggas in here that can coach better than me. Like Drew Fountain, it ain't a lot. Like, I can have a couple of fingers left. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they had to pull, or they'll just kind of like get in the, oh, why you want to mess with him? And he from Gary. And we got to be honest too, like, a lot of people hate niggas from Gary when we doing positive. You know what I mean? Because, these teachers done told them we thugs and we criminals, and you see me coming down here, I'm coaching basketball, I'm married, I'm winning. You can't let me be good because I make a lot of people irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? So what I had to learn now in Indiana after my first trial is just like, all right, man, I ain't no powder. I ain't no quitter. I tell you some stories about my family. We ain't gonna quit. I'm just gonna make the relationships that I make this time, and I'm gonna be able to help the kids who, the parents and shit who need me. You know what I mean? Getting mad, getting emotional about things takes away your strategic advantage. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's why I play crazy on Facebook. I be at home scheming like a mother. You know, I want to ask you, J Mac, because and this, I'm glad because I was finna get out of here and forgot about that. Basically, for those who don't know, who don't follow me, I said the black community got to stop supporting male bums. I caught a lot of flack, right? But I was just saying it from the perspective of no man wants his, God forbid, child or cousin or niece or aunt to marry a bum, right? To even be involved with a bum. Like when I was a kid, I remember my daddy taking me home, nigga, nice fun day, maybe hunting trip. I'm eating ice cream. And it was 4 dudes standing by a tree drinking out a brown paper bag. I never forget, nigga had on the do-rag. That nigga said, look here. He put his hand on my shoulder. Memphis nigga, big old hands. Like Kawhi Leonard. Nigga say, hey, if I ever see you out drinking in the daytime like you ain't got nothing to do, I'm gonna kill you. Cause you worthless. And I was like, damn, nigga, I gotta die because I want something to drink. And he was like, nah, I'm not saying you can't drink and have a good time. But what kind of life do you got if you drinking out a bottle at 11 o'clock outside? And I'm like, damn. So I always been a carry myself type of way type of man. But you made a great point. We had fathers. A lot of these men don't have fathers. So elaborate on what you told me about the lack of the male presence in the home. Nah, that's real.
His fault. I just think we in general as black people got to do better. 60s came in and it wiped out the black family all over welfare, getting food stamps. And it's like we haven't gotten better. We look at every race. We got to think about it. Every civil right every civil right that we have in this country is off the back of black folks. It ain't off the back of brown people. It's us. You know, but they say so. I believe it's our job as black men to let them know, no matter if they make 50,000, 500,000, or 150,000, that you're protected, that you're safe, and that you're respected.
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree.
the moment we black men do that, shields come down, and then
Yeah.
we keep adding more and more women like our 2 daughters that have grown up with nothing but strong men around them. It allows them to be comfortable because now you have women like them coming into college and real life, and their expectations of men are higher than other women because they've never seen niggas.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So do you think not having a father in a lot of young black men, or if they didn't play sports, it disrupts the emotional regulation? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. So I do too, man. I love black women. I think that when you have a strong mother and father, it's easier to date a black, like, cause I can make a woman feel protected. I don't care if she make $5 million or $5. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know what it's like to be a man. I seen my daddy. I seen my uncles. You know what I'm saying? It's different, man. I think that, they incentivized the black man, get out the home. Then they sent our jobs over there. Then they gave us the drugs. And they penalized us for the drugs. You know what I mean? Then they gave us the music. Then they led us with the music. Then they brought the immigrants and gave the immigrants all the benefits we should have had. So it is a lot there, right? I agree, right? But my only knock was to men who just wake up and say, fuck it. Because if our grandfathers would have accepted that fate, we'd be somewhere in Mississippi, nigga, throwing a nickel at each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if I would have accepted my fate, a nigga would write me. I start podcasts to get my voice heard. I do other things. I'm not gonna accept the fucking that the world's giving me. What's that tape? Was that the Ghetto Boys when Larry Hoover was like, I'm gonna wiggle my ass a little bit. Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta get out of there. You know what I'm saying? You're not just gonna dictate. If I'm alive, I'm gonna do whatever I can. I don't care if it's waking up at 4 in the morning to work out, make my family food, get a third job. I want to try to be the best I can be. So that's all I'm saying. And maybe my message is wrong. That's why I appreciate you. But let me ask you this, J Mac. And you, my friend, this is why I'm glad I can ask you and I got you on here. Why do so many men, black men, first approach with disrespect? Is it like a home training or like an education? Yeah, like me. Like I might say something like, hey man, I hope the kid isn't. Nigga might just be. Okay. Okay. Right. Right. But yeah, I agree. I agree. And it's like, I thought this nigga was cool. Why is he telling me to pull my pants up? Like, no, I want to see your butt, nigga. I'm sorry, I'm not. And that's what I think a lot of times dudes see me and I'm younger. I listen to music, I kick it. But bro, I'm in my 50s. My daddy was born in 1937, bro. I don't like ignorance. Like, I don't want to, like, I believe in speaking to every human being with the respect that I want. So that way, when I don't get it, I can get the fuck away from you. It's a simple, process to me. So I'm a try to explain it differently, but I also tell niggas like, man, yeah, yeah. I like that too. Hey, but I do like that I can kind of bounce this off of somebody because, like, I don't want it to be the extreme, like, fuck these niggas. But, like, nigga, like, if you sitting there watching your girl go to work, nigga, you driving a car all day, nigga, at least fill out an application. Nigga, go work in the laundromat or something. Get a screwdriver, nigga, learn how to cut grass, HVAC, you know what I mean? Roofing. It's a lot of shit you can do. And don't get me wrong, like, when I was coming up, a nigga that had to be the brightest, but you could graduate high school being a welder. You can't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? You could graduate high school being a carpenter. You could graduate high school being a body shop tech and go right in the shop. So they took those programs from us. So, like, without the structure of the black family, the black man, you got drugs, you got temptation, and you ain't got no opportunities unless you taught them. You know what I'm saying? And then the music, like, a lot of like, I work in a school, J Mac. Like, I've never I've never seen so many illiterate kids. Like, I'm from a generation where the dumbest nigga could read. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never met a nigga illiterate. I'm from Gary. I met some dumbass niggas, but if you called on them, they'll be like, the washers. They still was gonna get it out. I'll sit down the rest of the half. I'm like, J Mac, wake up. They just called on this dumbass nigga. And now that same dumbass nigga on Facebook, I looked at a nigga post. I said, my nigga, you type like you stutter. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? What? Like, bro, at least Facebook, put some filters on this bitch. All right. If, hey, is a nigga married? Okay, I can only see married people. You know, does a nigga have a water softener in his house? You know what I mean? Simple shit. I need to know, this man married? Does he love himself? Like, let me kind of choose my audience sometime on social media because I'm here to have fun. Like, I'm not here. As soon as a person say something to me crazy, J Mac, you out of here. Straight to Kembe Mutombo, nigga, triple double. You out of here. Because I don't got, like, my life good. You know what I mean? Like, I got a beautiful wife, family. I enjoy life. I don't want to be on here just, you know what I'm saying, arguing niggas, but I'm going to give you the game. And if you don't like it, don't take it. It's been a pleasure, man. This is fun. I told you last night, bro, we're going to probably do this every couple of weeks because this is good. This is good, man. What you got planned rest of the summer, J Mac, before I let you get out of here? Mm.
And my youngest one to be a senior, so I got to help her start her senior year.
So Trey and his sister is both there? They'll be there this year? Okay. So if I wanted to come to one Big Ten, one Michigan Big Ten home game and one Michigan away game, which one should it be? Yeah, Indiana. Okay, good call. Indiana more than Purdue? I'm kind of really an hour from each one. Oh, that's right. It's just 90 teams now. You don't even play, nigga. I forgot all about Rutgers and Washington, Oregon. That's it. Okay, okay. And then everybody else is like a 1-to-1 home and away, like high school, play here. Okay, okay. Yeah. And then like so the same applies to like Rutgers and Maryland. Okay, okay. Nah, this is good shit, J Mac, man. Let me get this to my people, get this chopped up, and I'm gonna get it to you, man. I appreciate you, family. All right. Peace. Yeah.